Hello Flosstube friends and welcome. I am Lisa and this is my channel Cross by Floss, where I talk about my love of cross stitch as well as life blabbings. Welcome to 2022. I hope you've all had a good start to 2022. Who got COVID in 2022? This girl did. Not sure how it happened. My youngest son has it. I have it. You know, we started off the year with COVID. We're really careful. We have a very small bubble. Most of us, well, I work from home, and my granddaughter was home for 2 weeks from school, so we're pretty sure when I go out, I mask up. My daughter and her fiance, they do go out to work, but they also mask up. Yeah, so I don't know, but anyways, chances are they probably have it. They're getting tested, or they've actually been tested. They're waiting for results because there's such a backlog in Washington State right now for testing that they're a lot further out than they normally would be. And so we're waiting for their test results, but and we're trying valiantly to not get my oldest son, who lives here, get him sick. So I mean, he's self-isolating, quite honestly. The other two of us were totally rude and making food and doing all the things. I totally sanitize everything. Yeah, so anyways, we're trying valiantly to keep him from getting sick. So, but yeah, Mr. G was home over the holidays. He doesn't seem to be sick, and in fact, he's here. He's been home since Wednesday of last week, and this is Sunday the January 9th, is it? The 9th? And he's been home since Wednesday. What is that? January 5th? Yeah, 5th, right? But he stayed in the truck for a few days to see if he was going to go out. The pass is closed because of avalanche danger. They got so much snow out there. And then the other way that he would be able to go got flooded. So, so everything is closed for the trucks going out of Washington right now. So he's been home and hasn't been able to come home. So for the last 2 nights, he's gone to a hotel. It's been good times. We're trying not to get him sick too. So, yeah. I actually have said to my family, it's amazing that we haven't gotten it before now. But totally vaccinated. Everybody is vaccinated. In fact, my daughter is going for her booster today. My little is getting her first shot today, her first vaccination today. So, yeah, but whew, has it put me down? Anyways, what I am doing is a WIP Parade. 2022 WIP Parade. So these are all the WIPs that I am bringing into 2022 with me. There's a lot of them. And of course, on New Year's Eve, there was the New Year's Eve 12 by 12 or 12 by 12, I'm not sure how they said it, that was co-hosted by Kia B of Kia B Stitching and Pam from Just Keep Stitching. And the two of them co-hosted that event, and it was so much fun. I actually wasn't able to get into any of the Instagram lives or anything like that Pam and Kia had done, but it was fun to see the excuse me, that's going to happen throughout this whole video. I'm so sorry. It was fun to see everybody's progress, and of course I decided the night before New Year's Eve to do this, and thankfully I had a lot of kits from my kit parade video that I had done, that I was able to pull 12 kits real easy to get started for that. So so I brought 12 new projects into 2022 that I added to all the other projects that I have. All right, so we're gonna get into it, but disclaimer, I'm not responsible. Yes, I am. I'm totally responsible for any enabling of any charts that you see and or fabrics that you think look awesome, or project bags that you think are awesome. I'm also going to tell you that nothing is ironed. I don't iron. And so, I mean, I'm going to have to when I finish my pieces, but I don't iron before, during, nothing. And so they're going to be wrinkly, crinkly. I have unzipped or velcroed each one of the bags, I think mostly. There's a lot of them, but some of the projects may still be in like crinkly bags, and I apologize for that noise, but that is going to happen. If I tried to put everything out, and we would have an avalanche and I'd be here for 4 hours. So, and frankly, I'm going to need a nap. Yeah, it is kicked me, you guys. It is kicked me. And of course, they can't do anything for you. So they send you home, tell you to rest. So, so I also, as I'm going through my WIPs, I am going to make some decisions. There's going to be some UFOs, which I even know in my head kind of which projects those are going to be. I'm not interested in doing them anymore. And my feeling really is that you should love what you're doing. If you're not loving your cross stitch and you don't love every stitch that you're putting in, either put it away for a little while because maybe you just don't like it at the time, or, you know, give it to somebody else who might want to do it and appreciate it. Or if you don't have that many stitches in it, take those out and use your fabric for another project. You know, I think that our tastes change as we cross stitch and do things. I know mine certainly have. You know, what I would have stitched in the 80s or 90s, well, I guess 90s, in the early 2000s, if I had stitched back then to now, are vastly different. And of course, yes, the patterns are different, but even still, you know, the designers are coming out with some fantastic things, and it's hard to keep up. But I really have switched my focus more to samplers, Mirabilias, Noras, and some patterns that really speak to me on a different level, whether they remind me of like a family member or something like that. So, but the cutesy patterns and those kinds of things, what I would deem a cutesy pattern, I'm not totally interested in doing those maybe right now. So I'm going to put them off to the side, take them kind of out of the WIP pile. But this is everything that I have going into 2022. As I'm going through, I'll make some decisions on whether or not I want to continue with them and replace them maybe with something else. So let's get into it. I have, you guys, I have 3 of these totes filled with project bags. That one's the heaviest, so I left it up here. We're going to go through that one first. So grab a drink, maybe grab your stitching. It's hard to see a WIP Parade though if you're stitching, so I don't know. I will try to make this as fast as possible, but I do have a lot, so let's start. Okay. So these are, and what I will also do is tell you kind of what project bags they're in, and if I can remember where I've bought them, I'll let you know that. These bags that I'm going to show you, these are ones that I purchased from Amazon. I don't believe you can get this pattern of bag anymore, which is really unfortunate. It's kind of a fabric-y PVC bag. And I really like these, and I have searched the link. I've gone back to when I bought it and clicked on it, and they don't show up anymore. So I apologize, but you know, who knows? They may end up in the future. Okay, this is one of my oldest WIPs, and I have not worked on this at all in 2021. And this is a pattern that I bought, gosh, I don't even know when. It was a long time ago. And in fact, I think that this has a date on it. I don't know. It's a Joan Elliott Design Works Welcome Friends pattern. It came as a kit with the 14 count Ada, everything, and of course I started on that. And this is one of the pieces that I worked when I met Mr. G. And honestly, I don't really have that much left to do. But I've not picked it up at all in 2021. So if I don't put any stitches in this in 2022, this might go to a UFO pile, which is unfortunate because I really and truly don't have that much to do. And most of it is like black work, you know, backstitching black work, which I enjoy doing, and it's easy. So that is the first one, kit fabric, kit floss. All right, the second one is, this is a Witchy Stitcher pattern that I purchased, and it's called, sorry, Vintage Pumpkin Lady Witch, Vintage Country Witch. Oh, let's try that again. Vintage Pumpkin Witch. And that's from the Witchy Stitcher. She does have a website. And I also did not pick this up and do anything on it. Also, if I can remember the fabrics, there was a period of time that I was not really paying attention to the fabrics that I was doing, and then I started a system that Janet Jabber showed, and I've been doing a little better at keeping track. So, but I believe that this is on a piece of, I bet it's 16 count Fiddler's Ada, I think, or maybe it's natural Ada, I'm not sure. But I started the top, have not done much more than that, and I'm using Anchor Black for the black, which is called for 310. But I don't like 310. I don't like the coverage of 310 in most of my fabrics, and so I use Anchor. Okay, I shouldn't zip them back up, should I? That's the whole point. Okay, this is, oh, piece I haven't even started, so we don't need that one. Haven't started that either. Okay, here is, I should get this out. This is a pattern that I loved this magazine. The 2019, man, there were so many good patterns, charts in here that I wanted to do. And the first one was this cute couple, and they are called Trick or Treat Couple, and it's designed by Lacey Flowers, and you could get it from the 2019 magazine. I also have not done anything on him. This is on a piece of 16 count Ada that I dyed myself. I was experimenting with colors, and this came out, and I was like, well, looks all right. So that, is that the only one that I'm doing? Oh no, I have another one in here. There's two patterns in this one. The second one I'm doing is Bootiful Halloween. And this is from Karen Kluba. I really like that one too. So that, you know, and at the end I'll have to, I'm not going to edit the video and say which numbers these all are. I'll just do a count at the end and insert that. Also didn't put any stitches into this in 2021. Really should get back to that one. I really do like that one. I like that one a lot. Okay, and then these are in bags from, they're just see-through PVC plasticky bags from Amazon. You can get these. These are the A4. Is this A4? Yeah, this is the A4 size. I really like these. they stand up. They, it rains here a lot. And so if I'm taking one to my car or whatever, I don't have any fear of, you know, if I accidentally drop it or it's pouring cats and dogs, I don't have any fear of my project getting wet. Okay, the next one I'm doing, this is a free chart from La Di Da, and it's called the Freebie Alphabet with Hair. That is that chart there, and it is a free chart, so I am doing this on, I don't remember. It looks like it's a 14 count, I know that, but I don't remember what it's called. And the floss color I chose for this one was a silk. It's a silk. It's not a silks. Is it Silks for You? I don't remember. But it's called, it's color PR104, and it comes in a nice big hank. And so I thought, well, I will try that. And I really do love the feel of it. It's beautiful. But I also didn't put any stitches in that for 2021. A lot of these projects, honestly, in this bin didn't see the light of day. And I don't know why. It's kind of a shame. All right, the next one I pulled out, oh, this is another freebie. And this is from the Primitive Hair, and it's called The Witch's Kitchen. That pattern there. And I also, yeah, this is kind of a running theme. I did not put any, I'm trying to see which way it goes. This way. I should also try to figure out how to mark. I know that Daleen from So Grateful, she had made some comment in one of her videos a while ago, and it did stick with me. Haven't done it. But she said that she puts like a little piece of floss up in the top, or a piece of thread at the top of her pieces, and so then she knows what's the top and what's the bottom. And I was like, that's smart. I should do that. This also is done on a piece of like 16 count. I think that it's either natural or Fiddler's Ada cloth. I bought in quite a few rolls of that at Joann's, I think, when they were clearancing them, and I pretty much bought everything that they had on 3-store shelves. Sorry, it's natural to try and close your bags. I'm sorry, I'll try not to. The next pattern, again, I have not done anything. And unfortunately, I can't show you the pattern for this one, but it is called Bad Kitty, and it comes from this book here that Teresa Kogut released. She released at, you know, one of those big events. What was it called? One of those big events. The last one before COVID hit. And I was so excited. There's a lot of patterns in here. Well worth, I think the book was $20, and you get 15 patterns, cross-stitch patterns in here. I mean, how fantastic is that? Patterns, charts, I think everybody says it, and I intersperse it differently. So it just, charts. 15 cross-stitch charts. I did not get any stitches in this either in 2021, but I do like this one, so it's not going to go anywhere. I should pull her out. I kind of want to finish her for Halloween. It's very cute. There's a witch in there with a house, and it's a very cute pattern, and I'm sure that people have finished it online. Just not me. Okay, the next one that I have is called Sleep Tight. And this came out of the 2018 Halloween cross-stitch book. I love these books. The amount of charts that you get in one of these magazines, even if you only like 2 of the charts in there, it's well worth the $10, but you know, book magazine fee. All right, this one is stitched on a piece of orange Ada. I think it's 14 count. I don't remember where I got this. Yes, I do. It's 14 count Ada. It is just called orange. I bought it from my L&S, which is Thread Needle Straight. I bought this piece so long ago, like eons ago. Also, nothing stitched in that. And this may become a UFO. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not uber excited about working on it. And that one is done in just a basic black, there's nothing in that one, anchor black. Yes. All right, this one, I was part of a subscription club from the UK, I believe, and it was called Cotton and Twine. And every month they would put together these fantastic subscription boxes, and you would get everything that you needed to cross stitch this pattern. You would get the finishing materials, you get the pattern, the Ada, the needle, the thread, and then they would throw in little goodies each month. And I really liked the subscription. I mean, for the amount of money that the subscription was, you got some great items. The patterns are very cutesy for me, and so there were very few that I really wanted to do, and so I ended up canceling that subscription back in 2021, I think, or at the end of 2020 maybe, I'm not sure. But if you're looking for, you know, really, they're beautiful, they're just beautiful, and again, having everything in it is nice, but it's not my style. So this one was called Winter, just Winter. And it is done on a piece of, I think that's 14 count Ada. Again, no stitches in this one. And honestly, this one probably will be a UFO. Okay, the next one. Okay, and these bags, okay. I've gone on to another new bag. These also came from Amazon. They are A4 style. They are more of a canvasy duck cloth. Is that what it's called? Kind of bag. And what I liked about them is that they have 2 zippers. So they've got the, you know, the big inside zipper, but then they had this mesh zipper on the front, so you could store your floss in there or your pattern, so you knew what your chart was right away. I love these. I love these. Yes. Oh, okay. This is another freebie. This is from Stone Street Let's try that again. Stone Street Stitchworks. Love her stuff. And is this a freebie? I'm not sure. It's called the Lace Maker's Cottage. That is so cute. And of course, I printed it in black and white, so you don't actually see the color. But Selma, who is the designer for and owner of Stone Street Stitchworks, she's got beautiful patterns. Beautiful patterns. And so you should check her out. Is she on Etsy? I think she's on Etsy. Yes, she's got an Etsy store. And I'm going to try to remember to add links and things to the end of the comment section in the description box below. But it may take me a day or two. So, but that is what I got done on this one. And I do like this. And I am doing this this was the very first time I used sulky threads. Is this sulky? Yes, sulky. And this is number 1147 is the color for the sulky that I used. This is just on a piece of 18 count, I think just ivory that I chose. I really need to get back to that one. I do like that. You're gonna hear that a lot. Either I really should get back to that one, or I'm not sure if I want to continue doing it. That is one I'd like to do. Oh, okay, I don't have a picture for this one. This one is off of the DMC website. They have, DMC website has a free chart section for, well, they have for all of their crafts, but you can go to the cross stitch section and they've got a free charts tab there, and they rotate their patterns in there for free ones. And this one was Thanksgiving turkeys. There were 2 turkeys, and then I think the center said thankful. It's on my phone because I saved it, but I haven't been able to find it again. When I thought I lost it off my phone, and I went searching for it in the DMC website, and I could not find it. But so unfortunately I don't have a picture to show you, but, and again, I didn't do anything on it in 2021, which I'm going to. This is one I'd actually like to finish. So this is done in one of those awesome variegated, I'm sorry, I have to unzip this part because I forgot. I am doing it in the DMC variegated floss, and I'm doing it in the number 111. Just 111, yes. And it looks fantastic on this Ada. I typically use Ada. I think that this is a 16 count. Yeah. And the needle minder on there is a clay by Kim, but it's part of her acrylic. She does acrylics and clays. And if you're not lucky enough to get a clay, then you can get acrylics. I have lots of her clay ones, a few of her acrylics. Okay, that's that. All right, so let's pull out the next section. Oh my goodness, you guys, we might be here all day. I might have to do this in 2 sections. We're 27 minutes in already. Uh-oh, okay. Well, I guess one of the issues of unzipping everything, the tags got all stuck. All right, this is kind of like my car project when I go to the pickup line with my granddaughter for school. And it is this chart here. I love this chart. And it is Roland Designs. This is from her website, and it's called Marie Agnon 1888. I love this one. And this is a coffee, tea dyed, and writ dyed. I did the trifecta on this one. And I believe that this is an 18 count Ada. I think it is. But I writ dyed it, and I used the powder, and I did not stir the crystals enough. And there was some red and blue blotches that I did not see until after rinse, and by then it's too late. Unless I decided to, you know, re-dye it into something else. I guess I would have had to use blue or red, and maybe they wouldn't have showed up. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's kind of unique. It looks okay. And I think that where it is, it's going to get hidden by framing anyway. So, but that's what I've gotten done. And I do try to work on this one as often as I can when I'm doing pickup. But recently, when I've been doing pickup, I've been screaming in there kind of late, and haven't had time to just sit and stitch. If I can get there, you know, 10 minutes before they get out of school, I have some time before to be able to stitch. But if I scream on in there, I don't have time to stitch. Okay, did I do anything on this one? I feel like I did not. Nope. I have some kitted ones in here that I was like, oh, I've kitted those, and so I'll put them in my bins, and I'll just grab something. That hasn't really worked. Okay, oh, this is a shame I've not done anything on this one. Rosewood Manor. Yeah, Rosewood Manor, 4 and 20 Blackbirds. I love this chart. And I'm doing this one with my grandma in mind. She used to sing that nursery song to my brother and I when we were littler. And I just remember sitting on the couch or and snuggling up with her, or just randomly, she would just sing. She just randomly sang, and it was fun. So this reminds me of her. I don't have that much to do. I really don't have that much to do. And so why this one is not coming out for 2022, it's going to. It is. I'm going to finish this one. I like that one. This is done on a piece of, I don't know. It's Ada. It's Ada. It's white. It is definitely white Ada. It's probably 14 count. What did they call for? Let's see if it was called for. It was called for a 32 count antique white, so I probably did 16 count so that it would be the same size. And Ada, just white, and called for the floss colors are just beautiful. Called for DMCs. Beautiful. Okay, the next one is, oh, this also is a free chart. I can't tell you. I can't tell you, so let's not do that one. Because I don't have the chart in there. It's on my phone, and yeah. All right, this one. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm struggling on this one, and I don't know why. Because I love all things Plum Street Sampler. Samplers. Paulette does just such a beautiful job, but Cinnamon Stars. Now this was on my 2021 WIP Go. I've had WIP Go fails, and when I got it out, I didn't want to stitch on it. I wasn't in the mood to stitch on it. I don't know what the heck is wrong with me. And frankly, I mean, there's not, yeah, that's back. There's not that much left to do on that one either. So I don't know what my issue is, but I do love this piece. I need to get some stitches in this. Maybe I just need to plow through and get it done. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong. I love it. And it's done on a, it would be really nice if I knew what I did these things on. Unfortunately, it's not in here. No. It's an Ada. It is, and it's a lovely, it's a nice soft piece, and I do this one in hand. I don't put that one in a hoop or a Q-snap. So when I stitch, I do 3 different things, either in a hoop, in Q-snaps, or roll frames, or by hand. It just depends. My car project, I'm doing that in hand because it doesn't need, it's easy. It depends on the size of the piece. It depends on the feel of the fabric. Yeah. Okay, have I done anything on that? No. I've done something on this one. Sorry. Okay, this is the Scarlet House, Mary Kemp, 1842. And there, the Scarlet House, also beautiful designs. Again, I did not write what my fabric was, and it's not on here. I got the border done. I mean, I got some of the border done. This is done on a, I would like to say a 16 count. It's possibly a Be-Stitch Me piece. Unfortunately, I am not sure. Oh, wait. I am sure. I left the tag in the bag. How smart am I? Vanilla Latte by Bee Stitch Me. Her fabrics are fantastic, and I have canceled all of my clubs this year except for Bee Stitch Me fabrics. I changed it from an 18 count to a 20 count Ada club, and I did cancel the floss club, though her flosses are beautiful, but I love Brandy's fabrics so much that I'm going to continue in her club, and that's the only one I'm doing until I get a nice stash of 20 count Ada fabrics, that's what I'm going to do a lot of my samplers on. Okay, I'm not even halfway through this bin. I know, it's sad. Okay. Here is another freebie, and this is by Palo Gatablu. It's called the Petite Sampler Rose. It is a free chart, and I believe, I don't remember. If I can find it, I will link it. I am doing this on a piece of even weave. Honestly, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not doing this one. This one's gonna be UFO'd. I love the colors of it. I like the pattern very, very much. I can't work on even weave or, yeah, this is even weave, I'm pretty sure. Might even be a piece of, I don't know. It's, it does not make my heart sing. So that one is going to be a UFO. I do love the pattern, but I have so much to stitch right now that if I'm going to keep the pattern, and if I can get back to it, I will, on a different piece of fabric. Okay, the next one is a Little House Needleworks Spot of Coffee. That's that chart there. Sorry for the glare, but then if I took the things out of the packaging, you guys would hear all that. And it's easier in just a normal video because I only have just a few whips out and I can just undo my things, but there's 80 some odd, I'm pretty sure. So nobody wants to hear that, right? Okay, so that's that one. I had done this already once. I did it for myself and finished it. And now I'm doing this one for my mom because she drinks tea. And I have the border. I did not do anything on this in 2021, I don't think. Goodness sakes. So that one needs to be done. So I can send that off to my mom. Okay, this next project is by Tiny Modernist, and it's a sell for 2021 maybe, and it was Halloween Ouija. And you guys, I've struggled on this one big time. Okay, ooh, and this is when I started the system that Janet Jabber mentioned on her Flosstubes that she created for herself. And then she offered it to anyone who was interested. So I emailed her and said, oh yes, please, I'm totally interested. So what she had done was she had created a document that had the calendar. And then what she had done with hers was on the back of this, she, wrote what she started it, when she started it, what fabric she used, flosses, all of those things, and then made notes, right? Well, I decided because I need to have some consistency in my life, and I forget from project to project. If I printed these out and did that, I'd forget what was I supposed to put on each one. So I just created a little document on the back for mine of the date that it was started, what fabric I used, what floss I used. I made a note section, the pattern name, the designer, all of those things. So I had everything in one place, and it was consistent with each one that I printed out. Because again, if I didn't have that, I would not my dad would say, if your head's not attached, if your head wasn't attached, you wouldn't know where it was, right? So that's me. And I like the system, and instead of using a book, I've tried a book, it does not work for me. I've tried the counting app, does not work for me. You know, I used a date app, also did not work for me. So this was what worked for me, and so I'm able to actually tell you in this system what I've done my projects on. So this was done on an 18 count vintage country mocha Ada, and where's the Ada? And that's what I've gotten done. Now, I'd made a boo-boo, and I've talked about it in prior videos, and I just haven't been able to overcome that, I guess, for myself. Maybe it's just I'm not interested in this pattern at this time, and so this one is probably going to the UFO pile. It's a beautiful pattern. It's a beautiful chart. Tiny Modernist does some fantastic charts. I just don't know if it's because I made the boo-boo and I haven't been able to get past that, or if I just am not interested in the pattern. I don't know. So right now I'm going to UFO this one. All right, this one here, let's make sure I've done something. Yes. This is a free chart from Plum Street Samplers, and it's called Brouhaha. That's just part of it. And I believe you can get this off of her blog, I believe. So again, nope, have not finished anything in that one, but I'd like to, because it's such a cute pattern, you know, with the little pumpkin and his coffee, and it's cute. So I am doing that in Called For DMC. Yes, she suggested DMC, but she says on her pattern, you know, go outside your box, you know, figure out, you don't have to use her colors if you don't want to. So that is what I'm going to pull out. Was this a free one? I want to say that this also was a free chart. Let me double check. Yes, this is a fall, enjoy this fall free sampler, not to be kitted or sold. So it is called Pumpkin Hollow Sampler, and it's by Nancy Woodson of Liberty House Primitives. So that's the chart there. Super generous, because it's a nice big chart. And I have done part of the border, and again have not finished anything. Also did not do anything, I don't believe, in 2021 on this piece. Man, we're hearing that a lot. This is done in the Called For DMCs, and it's done on a piece of 14 or 16 count natural Ada. Okay, this one here. Oh, I don't have the pattern for this one, but I believe that it's called Oh Canada, and it's by Tiny Modernist. It's a freebie. I'm doing this on a piece of 14 count white Ada and stitching it with the what she called for DMCs, and I need to get this back out for Canada Day. Now I believe also you can get that one on her either website or blog. That's pretty cool. This one, oh, this is also, I also don't have the chart to show you for this one, but this one is a Blackbird Designs free chart from Blackbird Designs, and I think it's called Blackbird. I don't remember. But I am doing this on a 22 count Ada. Sorry, a 22 count Ada that I coffee tea dyed myself, and man, I like this one. And I am doing it in a Threadworks thread called 1024. That's the number. These have names, but they're not put on the tag, so I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a really nice deep bluey black color. Really like it. Really like it. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Huh. Next pile. Okay, this one here. Man, I have a lot of free charts. I started a whole thing of free charts. Ooh, okay. This is a Pinker and Pumpkin, a free chart. Melissa from Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting Blogs. I think I have that right. If not, it's going to be in the description below. She has a library of beautiful free charts that she has created, and they're beautiful. And she's got like a bunch of houses and by season, and you have to go and check out her blog. She posts a lot on Instagram. She is super, super sweet. And this is one of her free charts. And I believe it was, I think it's got a turkey that goes on the top of this one. Maybe this is the fall house. I don't remember, but I have pictures of everything. So, I mean, I have the pictures of the charts on my phone. So I work from my phone. So that is done on a piece of maybe 16 count coffee tea dyed fabric that I baked. I baked this one, so it's got some variegation to it. There's Odin. Odin's up here, so hopefully we'll have some. He'll be a good boy. All right, the next one, and now I'm getting into the project bags that I started buying after I did the Amazon ones. And one of the first sellers that I ever found was Denise from Goose Design. And I love her bags, and so you're gonna see a lot of her bags in here. All right, this is, oh, okay. This is Halloween Sampler 2 by Cottage Garden Designs, and I'm sorry, Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is the second one. So she had a Halloween Sampler and then brought out Halloween Sampler 2. So of course, because I had already finished Halloween Sampler, I purchased that one. And I am doing this on a 16 count crushed walnut Ada that is a Fabrics by LJ. You're gonna see a lot of Fabrics by LJ. Unfortunately, he is no longer in business, but I have a lot of his fabrics. So I'm very happy that I do, because he was great. He was a great dyer. So that's what I've gotten done. Did I work on this in 2021? I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. But I am using some Weeks Dye Works, mostly DMC, the DMC conversion. Nope. I am using her called for, sorry. So Vinny, when she, I mean, oh my goodness, I love Vinny's designs. Love them. Odin. Ooh, that wasn't bad at all. So that's what I got done on this one. I love this piece of fabric, and actually this is one that I can't wait to get back to for Halloween stitching. It's gonna go in the rotation somehow. Okay, honestly, I don't have a rotation. Okay, this sweet bag is also a Goose Designs. And in it, the next one is a freebie chart from the Tiny Modernist, and it is called Witch's Brew. I've had this one out for a while. And I am doing this on a, I think this is a 20 count. It's either 18 or 20 count Ada. Also not much in that one. And this is just a white, Odin. This is just a white Ada that I pulled out of, I have a feeling it's 20 count. And it would have been something that I bought from Joann's or Michael's. Goodness only knows. Another beautiful Goose design bag. I love her Halloween bags. Okay, I love all of her bags. I am doing a stocking out of the Tis Halloween Blackbird Designs book. This one here. And I am doing this stocking here, candy corn, but I chose to do it on Black Ada because candy corn. So is that the top or the bottom? That's the top. So again, nope, haven't done anything, but I do on my WIP Go. My WIP Go this year, I made it very vague, and so I thought that when Blackbird gets called, this might be one of those that gets called, that calls to me to do. So like that one. And that is done on a piece of, I think it's 16 count Black Ada. Might be 14 count, I'm not sure. I think it's 16 count. Another Goose design bag. Super cute. And this is a witchy stitcher pattern, and this is also a Ouija board. This one's called Luigi Halloween. I like this one a little more. And so I think that the Tiny Modernist one, which I do like, I think that that one's gonna FFO and, not FFO, UFO. And I'm going to do this one in its place. So I had made a start on this. It is on super stiff, cardboardy, Black Ada. I think that this is like that. This is the old Charles Craft. Remember when they used to come in the small packages, the cardboard packages, green. Yeah, Charles Craft, right? I think that's what it was. Anyways, that's what this is. And I'd made a slight start on the border and have done nothing since. But seriously, stiff. I don't think your Ada can be any stiffer than this. This goes in a Q-snap. And then it's easy to do two-handed stitch because it's so stiff. It does not, I mean, it doesn't move. It doesn't do anything. It's fantastic. Okay, that was not a start. Put that one away so I don't forget. Not a start. Also, not a start. Okay, this was a start. Oh my goodness. Okay, this was on my WIP Go, and I did work on this one. Again, Goose design bag, so pretty. This is Margaret Cottam, age 9. It is a 3-part series from La Di Da. I don't see this often. I purchased this on a Stash Unload site, and I've searched for it a few times, but I have not seen it. I don't see it often. So if you get lucky, you should find it. You should get it. It is a beautiful chart. Okay. So when it came out for WIP Go, I did work on it, and I did get quite a bit done. I'm working on part 1. I have all 3 parts. And when it is finished, it is going to, we actually see what it looks like. I don't think you get to see what it actually looks like as a whole. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's what it's going to look like. That, I think, is the original. And so she's done an adaptation to that. La Di Da. Love La Di Da patterns. Love them. This I started February 9th of 2021. It is done on a piece of 18 count honey, by Be Stitch Me Fabrics, 18 count Aida, called Honey, and I am using the Called For Weeks Dye Works fabrics on that one. Look at me go, I did it. So that's what I got done on that one. And no, it has not been pulled out since WIP Go. It was called in WIP Go. That's a shame. That needs to be. Oh, okay, up next is one of my favorites, Mirabilia Nora Corbett Designs. And this is a Nora. And this is, what is she called? I should know this. Miss Ginkgo. And she is part of the Autumn Pixies series. And I started this for Nora November. Hashtag Nora November. I don't know if it was a hashtag or not. It might have been. But all of November, what I did was a vlog style video that on Monday mornings I would start a Nora Corbett pattern and then film my progress every night of what I got done, and then uploaded on the weekend. So you saw 5 days of progress kind of in a little vlog style video, and that was super fun. I enjoyed that. This this is done on a piece of 16 count country French latte that I believe I bought at 1 2 3 Stitch maybe. And let's see here, I think that's the way she goes. That's what I had gotten done in the 5 days that I had stitched on her. I love her, and this is a piece that I'd like to finish in 2022. The feel of the fabric is fantastic. I did a center start for her because I wanted to make sure that I had enough border all the way around my pattern, or my piece. And yeah, again, another nice dot dot goose design bag. Another nice dot dot goose design bag. And this is also a piece that I did for Nora November. Oops. And this was the last one I did, and this is called Santa's Sleigh, and it's part of the Courier Eve's Christmas Eve Couriers line. And I think that when I finish this one, I'm going to gift myself a few of the reindeer. I don't want all 9 of them. Maybe I do, I don't know. But I definitely, there are 2 that I really love. And so I think I'm going to, when I finish this, I'm going to pick those up. Or if she decides to discontinue them, then of course I'm gonna run and get them immediately. But this was a Nora November start, like I mentioned. And this is on a piece of Artemis from Be Stitch Me. And I think I may have enabled a few people on this. Is this the top? Yes, this is the top. Goodness. That's what I got done in 5 days on this piece. If I buy the reindeer, 2 of the reindeer, I'm gonna need to get with Brandy and get some more of this Artemis so that they all match. I love this color fabric. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's kind of a gray, blue, purpley color, and every one of the flosses so far have picked up on it. Absolutely gorgeous. Like that. Just beautiful. So, and I'm pretty sure I enabled a few people, not only on the the fabric, but also on the pattern. So, yay, I like to enable, because you know, you guys enable me too. And this is done in all of the called for DMCs. Oh goodness, this is also another Nora Corbett design. So weird that all of them are all together. In a dot dot goose design bag. This is one of my favorite designs that she's had. I love this one. Just very neutral, you know, I like that because then you can put whatever you want in them instead of being so seasonal. Anyways, this is Miss, what is she called? I always want to call her Miss Castor Bean. I don't know why. She's just Castor Bean. And she reminds me so much of Poison Ivy from Batman. I love her. I love her. This one I am doing on a 16 count color and cotton Ada called Garden Path. And I got some pretty good progress in her. I do enjoy working on her. And so she is definitely one who is going to get pulled out. And in fact, on my WIP Go, I have just Mira and Nora spaces. And so whatever calls to me is going to get worked on that day. And that's how I'm going to work. Get some stitches in on these guys because, I like them. I really like them. Okay, the next one is also a Mira, but not for Nora November. This is a Mirabilia that I started on my the very first year that I started Mira Mania. So every Monday I started a new Mira, and then I did the 5 days of stitching on her, kind of like a vlog style again. Last year I did that more, but I think this is one that I started in 2020, and for that one I don't know that I specifically did a Mira Mania, but I did Miras in May. And then in 2021, I was like, oh, Mira Mania. Or maybe I did it in 2020 as well. I don't remember. It's been a while. Anywho, this is one of the patterns that I pulled out, and her name is Alice. She's beautiful. This is Alice. And you can get her. She is still available. And I am doing this on a piece of... oh, dear me, I don't remember. It was a purple that I pulled out, and I think that this was like a Misty Fabrics, possibly when she did a sale, and you could get three pieces in like a grab bag kind of style, I think. This is one of those pieces from that, I believe. This is a 16 count. There's no color to it, but it's a beautiful kind of purpley color, and real close to what it is in the picture. So when I saw it, I was like, because at the time that I bought this, I was like, ooh, I don't really do colors in my Adas. You know, I do neutrals and black and, you know, like neutrals. And so when I got the colors, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these colors. And then I saw that pattern and I was like, well, that's perfect for this. So that is the amount of stitching I got done on her. And occasionally I pull her out for Mira Monday stitching. That's the hashtag. And so every Monday I post Mira Monday stitching and what is everybody working on. So if you're a Mira or a Nora lover and you would like to come stitch on Mondays and dedicate like a Monday to Mira stitching, I'd love that you would use that hashtag. It is Mira Monday stitching. And I just pull out a Mira that I have in my WIP pile and work on, and sometimes I work on her for weeks because she's in the queue step and she doesn't come out. The next one is another Mira, and this is Shimmering Mermaid. She also is beautiful. The colors in her tail and the body is just, it's stunning. So this is one I believe I started for Mira Mania. I am doing this on a piece of 16 count color and cotton fabric, and it's called Oyster Shell. And this one I have done quite a bit of stitching in 2022 for. I think she goes, let me see here. No, she does go like that. She's been worked on quite a bit, and I've done a ton in her tail. She was a bottom start. It was just easier for me to start on the bottom. I could have done a middle start too, but it was just easier for me to start at the bottom and work my way up. And this fabric is so soft, and I love it. I love it. So that is, and then this is in a bag that I bought from, was it an Etsy seller? I think so. And Punky Pearls, I believe, is who it is. Punky Pearls on Etsy. And I purchased that bag. All right, so let's just do these little ones. More mirrors, more mirrors. So this is a start I did because of Mary Ashcraft and sorry, Memphis Sarah E. And Memphis Sarah E. had shown this pattern on one of her floss tubes, and I was like, oh, I don't have that. I'm gonna need that. So I started looking around, and of course she was unavailable. And I had gone to my LNS and opened my mouth to Denise, who went online to go find it. And of course it was out of stock. They did not, and they didn't have a time frame. And one of the ladies that was standing there was like, I think I can put you in touch with somebody who may be able to help you. And I was like, fantastic. So she did. I did, and I purchased, and I got this one and Miss New Year's Eve, which you'll see later too. And of course it's a kit. Oops, it's a kit, and it comes with all of the floss. It came with linen, which I don't work on. So I found something semi-comparable in my stash, which was a 16 count Sage Summer Khaki. This is also a piece I bought from 123 Stitch. And that is my progress on her so far. And I randomly pull her out too. I really enjoy the colors in her so far. I've made a boo-boo in her wing. Counting's hard, especially those fractional stitches. And, but you know what? It's a wing. And they never, I mean, wings are not, they're not perfect, right? So that's what I'm going with. So she will get pulled out at another time as well for Mira stitching. And because she is actually a Mirabilia, she's going to get pulled out for Mira Monday at some point. Another one I worked on, oh my goodness, I love this one. This is a Nora, for Nora November. And this is Lily Pad Sprite. Oh my gosh, she is gorgeous. And this is a series, and the series is Pond Pixies, and there are so many in the Pond Pixies that I would love. Like, look at her face. She's just so, she just is so elegant and beautiful, and loved her, love her. And I love working on this one. I am doing this on a Color and Cotton 16 count Ada called Prairie Dust. What did I get done here? Let's see. She's got to be up this way. So that's the progress that I've made on her. Not as much progress in 5 days. That must have been a bad week. A bad work week. Sorry. But, I mean, not horrible. It's not horrible. But she is definitely one that I would like to get back to. She's not in a project bag yet. That's a crying shame. Okay, and then the next one that I worked on, not the next one, the other one in my WIP pile, this is a Plum Street Samplers. It's called the Praise Sampler. And you know, these are the old ones when they have the picture on the front. This was designed in, I don't even have a date. 2007. That's a lot. Okay, this is done on a piece of Be Stitch Me fabric. Did not get that much done on this one. A piece of 16 count, 18 count. This one's 16 count, I believe. Does it not have a tag? Uh-oh. We have lost the tag. I don't know what it is. I want to say it's a 16 count. Might be an 18 count. It's gonna be small because that's the top of the border and then the sides. So I'm gonna have a little nice chunk of fabric left over that maybe I can do something with. Of course, I started with a 3-inch border, which I do. I'm okay with it. But that's the Praise Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. Definitely one that I would like to pull out frequently because the colors are just gorgeous. And I am doing them in the DMC colors. I think that, is that called for? Not prepared, not prepared. No, she did them in NPIs and I'm doing them in the DMC conversion. So that's another 3. Okay. The next one that I have here is another Mirabilia. This is red. She is in a big Garon toten bag. Love Garon toten bags. Though I did cancel my subscription. So hopefully somebody on the wait list is going to get my spot, which I love. Mirabilia Red. She is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And she is done on, I'll have to tell you in a minute. I did a bottom start to her. She was a Miramania start, I believe. I don't remember when. Let's see if I have information in here. She is done on a color and cotton fabric, 16 count, called Colonnade. And that be all the information I have. So I don't remember if she was 2021, if she was 2020. You know, having these the Janet Jabber document calendar thing has really helped in my when I started doing that process. Ooh, this is one I've not pulled out for a really long time. Oh, I need to get back to that. Also in a big Garon toten bag of the month, and this is the worst picture ever. Unfortunately, it does not do this piece justice in any way, shape, or form. This is Mary Bate 1796, and it's a reproduction English sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. Yeah, Shakespeare's Peddler. Absolutely a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And I don't know what inspired me, given that the photo is horrific. Which is, again, unfortunate because what is being stitched so far, you don't get that from this chart at all. Not at all. Gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. This is done on a 18 count vintage country mocha that I purchased from 123 Stitch. This has got to come back out. I enjoyed stitching on this. There are lots of blocks, chunks of a color, and yeah, this is a beautiful piece. I need to bring this back out. I decided in 2021, I had done this whole, I'm going to do a focus piece. I can't make plans. Like, legit, I can't make plans because, you know, then I get to that focus piece and I'm like, I'm done working on you. I don't want to work on you anymore. And then I'm like, okay, well, what else can I pull out? And then it's not a focus piece. And then I feel bad and the cycle goes on, right? Yeah. Okay. This also is a piece I have not pulled out. I don't think that I got any stitches in 2021, and I barely did any stitches in 2020. I am redoing this one. So this is a long dog sampler called Life After Death, and I love this. I'm not loving the color that I chose. Okay, this is on a gargantuan piece of 16 or 18 count. I think it's 16 count. Ada. Oh goodness, it's a gargantuan piece. Good night, nurse. Look at this piece. It's huge. It's like a blanket. It's like a baby blanket. That's what I've gotten done. Is that the front? Yes. That's what I've gotten done so far. Not a lot, not loving. Okay, so I had purchased DMC color 09. And I love the color. I do. I love the color. But I don't love it as one color, monochromatic. So I purchased a couple of Silks for You, beautiful hanks of Silks for You. And I'm going to choose one of those. I'm going to take this gargantuan piece of fabric and turn it over and start from the other side. And hopefully I will like it much better, because right now I could tell you it would almost be a UFO, and I don't want to UFO it. I really like this. So this one here, this is a Linens and Threads 2020 mystery sampler. Again, I've not touched this for a long time, and that needs to change too. I mean, it's been in the Q-snap for all this time. Okay, so that's what I've gotten done on that one. Sad. That is so sad. Needle Minder is from Clay by Kim, though. And it's been in its bag, in its Q-snap for all this time. I am doing this on Threadworks. Oh, I love this. 10342. And I love the colors. And I love the colors. I just don't know why I've not come back to this piece. So this is done on a 18 count, like ivory. I think it's 18 count ivory. I don't want to restart this one. I do want to get to some stitching in this one. So this one will get on my pile somehow. Okay, let's see here. How far in are we? Oh my goodness. Okay. How about, I have 2 more bins, you guys, and another pile for real. Okay, let's do New Year's Eve, my New Year's Eve 12 by 12. These are super easy to get into. So the first one I worked on, and these are in no particular order because honestly, I remember which one I did the first and the one that I did last. So this is actually the first one. So you're going to see it first, and the last one you will see last. But the others in the middle, the other 10, I can't tell you in what order I worked them, what hour I worked them. But this is a la-di-da piece that I've had for quite some time. I purchased this off of Stash Unload. It's called Live, Laugh, Love. And it is beautiful, and it is charted in Gloriana silks, and it's the very first time I ever had purchased silks, and then I was scared to use them. So it's been in my stash for quite some time, but I finally got it out, finally did something on it. And I am working on a piece of, okay, this is actually the same fabric that I used for my La-Di-Da Witch, and this was the extra piece, and so I thought that it would look great for this one because as you can see, maybe you can see down in the bottom, there's a lot of like old modeling to the fabric to make it look super aged, and so I was like, well, I can do that on this one too. So it's actually this way, I believe. So that's what I got done in 1 hour for the first hour. Not bad, not bad. And oh my goodness, the silks are lovely to work with. I am doing it 2/1. It's a 16 count, I believe. Coffee tea dyed and baked by me. Quite a while ago. So the next one, okay, again, I can't tell you that it's the next one, but one of that I worked on is this. Oops, sorry. Is the Mary Ann Aldridge sampler by Needlework Press. And I want to say that this was a Hobby House. I think that this was a Hobby House exclusive. I think. I can't remember. It came as a kit, and I had chosen the Ada option. So this is Vintage Country Mocha, 18 count. And that's what I got done in an hour. This was a kit. You purchase it came as a kit. And oh, Shepherd's Needle. Shepherd's Needle? Not Hobby House. Shepherd's Needle is where it came from. This one. I have another one that was a Hobby House, I think. But you also got a cute little floss tag, drop, ring, whatever it's called. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyways, that's what I got done in an hour on that one. And this one is living in a beautiful Garon toten bag. Love him. Okay, another one I worked on for an hour was Teresa Kogut's 'Tis the Season. I've had this one for a while too. I think I bought it last year. And I don't know borders are so easy for me. They're so, like, I can rock a border real easy. So that's what I got done in an hour. It's when the border is, okay, a straight border is rockin' easy for me. If I have to do like an intricate border like the last one, I don't get as much done. This is done on a piece of 16 count Ada called Beautiful Beige that I bought from my LNS a long time ago. And it is in this absolutely adorable, let me take these out, adorable bag from Goose Design, Christmas themed. I've got one bag that's at least in its proper theme. Okay, then another one I did for NYE 12 by 12 was out of this book, Home for the Holidays, Blackbird Designs. And it is the Christmas Garden Sampler. That one there. There's many Flosstubers who have worked on this or are working on this, and it is absolutely stunning. This one I just chose to do on, okay, well, this is my progress for the hour. See that? And this one I am working in, of course, called for colors, which is the week's, nope, Gentle Arts. Yes, Gentle Arts fabric flosses. And this one I'm doing on a piece of 18 count ivory that I purchased from my L&S. Bought a lot of fabrics from Denise and stashed them, stored them. And this is in, I used to be part of the So Much to Love bag of the month, and this is one of the bags from that. She also has absolutely gorgeous bags. Okay, then another one I worked on was Phillip Foster Farmhouse by Heartstring Samplery. This is one I've wanted to do for a really long time, and I'm doing this one in the called for weeks and, well, fancy floss. This one I am doing on a 16 count warm sienna color and cotton, and I think I did this as a middle strap. No, I did not. I'm working on the roof, so I counted myself down. Yeah, I'm working on the roof. I counted down, did my 3-inch border, then did some counting because I did not want to tackle the border. I don't know why, but I didn't want to tackle the border. So I started on the roof line. This is a beautiful piece of fabric. It's kind of a beigey pinky-ish sort of color. It's lovely and looks good. And this one, because it's a barn house kind of, I put it in this So Much to Love barn bag. Okay, another one I worked on. Love this one. Faith 1831 by Samplers Not Forgotten. That one there. Samplers Not Forgotten. Faith 1831, right? Yes. I love this. From the moment I saw this, I just absolutely loved it. And I think I got this off of a stash unload, and it came from Attic Needlework back in the day. I'm doing this with the called for fancy floss, and I am doing this on a piece of Be Stitch Me 18 count sleet, called Sleet, and that's what I got done in an hour. Not bad progress, not bad. I mean, for me, I realize in an hour what a solicitor I am. Okay with that though, methodical. Sure. So Much to Love bag as well. Back to my Goose Designs bags. This bag I loved. Love that bag. This one was a gift, which I appreciate very much. This one is a Plum Street Samplers cereal bowl collection of sampler lessons, and this is lesson 4. This was fun. I am doing this on, what am I doing this on? A piece of 20 count Aida. Okay, this is funny. I am doing this on a piece of 20 count Aida that I took a chunk out of. I did some massive counting on this, and I'm hoping against hope that I at least have enough of a border. I'm pretty sure I will. Ooh, it was tough. But this is a 20 count, or is it 22? I think it's a 20 count. I'm doing this 1/1, so it's gonna be tiny, and I love it. And you know, normally I do a loop start because I like the 2, but working, and I do that on 14, 16, and 18. I use the loop start, so I use 2/1 on my Aidas. And, but when I got to the 20 count, I started it and, doing the loop method, and it was just way too thick. It just overwhelmed the fabric, and it was just wrong. So I had to go down to 1 strand. And I have not stitched 1 strand Okay, I haven't stitched one strand for a really long time. And back in the day, I didn't know about the loop method. So I would, you know, take out my 2 strands and I would have to anchor them in the back, you know, do the whole thing. And so I had to do that with the 1 strand. And it kind of brought me back to that until I learned that two loop, or the loop method. Excuse me, sorry. But I love working 1 strand. I love working 1 strand. Now I work 1 strand sulky. Do I work 1 strand with sulky? I think so. 1 strand with sulky, which they say is equivalent to 2 strands of DMC. So it doesn't seem like it's 1 strand. I mean, it is, but this is much more delicate. So all that to say, that's what I got done. See, I did not iron. It's all wrinkly, but this is a very light bath of coffee tea that I did not bake it, just rinsed it out, super light. Just wanted to give it a little bit of an aged look to this fabric for whatever piece I worked on. I think that was the Remember Me from Blackbird Design that I did. I bet that's what that was. And so I love, okay, stop talking, Lisa. All the fancy flosses for that one. So not in a neat pile in any way, shape, or form. I was starting to get tired. I was starting to get real tired in the New Year's Eve. Yeah. The next one I worked on was the Scarlet House Autumn Alphabet. I've had this in my stash for a really long time after I saw Robin of Lady Robins do this one and her finish, and it was just absolutely beautiful. So it was like, I should probably do that. So this is on a piece of Acorns and Threads, or a piece of fabric I purchased from Acorns and Threads, and it is a 20 count mushroom. That's what I got done on that in an hour. Not bad, right? Yep, not bad. Okay, love working on that one, and I am doing that in the DMC. Yes, DMC. She calls for some gentle arts, and I either did not have them or chose not to do that in a, and then this is in a Goose design bag. Love her stuff. Okay, another one I worked on. Okay, this one, I know when I talked about my NYE 12x12, I was struggling with the fabric that I was going to use, and the fabric that I had chosen, I didn't like when I started. And so I went down to my pile of fabrics and I chose another one, and I'm so happy I did. This is Pineberry Lane, Kind and True, and it is the Quaint Country Ladies. This was a club you could join in 2021, and I had seen prior clubs and was just FOMO, and so I was on this club as soon as it became available, and I love them. They come kitted with linen and the floss and everything that you need to get you started on this. I think it even comes with like a needle and stuff, so needle, floss, fabric chart. And yeah, I loved this. But of course I don't work on linen, and so I went and I looked for something that would be compatible. The linen that they called for on this was Beach Brew by R&R Reproductions. I've never seen Beach Brew. I don't know that we got Beach Brew. I'm not sure. The linen, because I don't work with linen, so I have no idea if that's the color. But it didn't look like this in the chart. It doesn't look like, the fabric did not look like what is on the picture here. So I went to my stash and I found a piece of 20 count Ada in Whisper. Oh my gosh, I actually got a lot done on this. So I picked out this piece of large piece of Whisper, and I think that it is more representable in the photo, I think. So that's what I got done in an hour. I flew. This also is 1/1, and I love it. I love it. 20 count might be my new go-to, other than for my Mirabilias in the 16 count. And I have a lot of 18 count, but 20 count might be my thing. I really like working on it. And I don't have any trouble working on it. Go figure. So anyways, called for colors because that's what was in the kit, and that's what I got done. Also a very big piece, but I think that this is basically a half, like it should be that size. So I'm going to have a lot left over to do something else, maybe another one of the quaint ladies, because I think I have 3 of them. Is there 3 that came in the kit the club this year? I don't remember. But anyways, I might have enough to do the second one, or a second one, in a So Much to Love fabric bag. Awesome. Okay. This one, oh my gosh. Okay, so this was on my WIP Go chart last year. I told you I had WIP Go fails, so she never got started. But this is Ann Morrison 1830 by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. Oh my gosh. This was a traditional stitches in Calgary, Alberta, LNS. This was an exclusive for their 20th anniversary. Am I right? Yes. And it's a stitch along that was done as well. It came completely kitted up. Absolutely gorgeous. Minus the, no, that's not true. It did not come. I did not choose the kitted option. I chose just the chart. And then I kitted it up myself with DMC and this piece of Ada. Is this the, I chose to do this as a middle start. Oh man, can you see that? Yes, I chose to do this as a middle start. So I chose one of the what's it called? Not really a border, but yeah, whatever they're called. So that's what I started there. That's all I got done in an hour. Really, I was pooping out. And I was also second guessing myself with my fabric choice. This is a 18 count, what is this? No, it's a 16 count ivory that I also purchased from my LNS. And I thought maybe I should age this up a little, but there's so much color in this chart. There's so much color that I think that just having it as the ivory and letting the colors just pop and stand out is going to be nicer. So I'm looking forward to working back on her. Yes, I am. But yeah, I was pooping out. I want to say that she was either the second to last or third to last project that I worked on. Also worked on this little July mini sampler from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. This little guy here. And I actually pulled this out the other day and worked some more on it. So definitely more than what you would have seen for the New Year's Eve start, but I couldn't help myself. It was so easy to stitch. And goodness sakes, I am closing in on a finish. Sort of. I have to do all of this up here and then the border. I mean, really, the border, that's it. And it's super fast to do. This is just on a piece of 14 count coffee tea dyed, strongly coffee tea dyed ivory that I had in my stash. and it's the perfect size for this piece, so I did that. The last project though that I worked on for NYE 12 by 12 was Mirabilia's Miss New Year's Eve. I mean, how appropriate to end the evening with Miss New Year's Eve. So she also was a kit. She was part of the order that I did with the Thanksgiving Fairy kit, and I also purchased this one at the same time. So she was kitted up with linen and all of the floss, beads, and Kreinik that you need. But I did not like the fabric that it came with. Well, and of course I don't use linen. So that's, does it say what it is? Oh no, that's a correction to the pattern. That's the linen that it came with. No. So I went down to my stash and I found a piece of 16 count Aida Tombstone by Color and Cotton as well, but it's a 13 by 17 piece. It's a smaller piece, and so I got lucky. Okay, but what happened was, because I changed the color of my Aida, let's see if that shows up better. It's a very kind of a grayish blue color, which I thought was very appropriate for New Year's Eve as well, because, you know, I don't know why I think that, but I did. And but what happened was, one of the flosses that is very predominant in her dress, which looks very white in this picture, or very light blue, it does not show up on my fabric. You can see it in person, but not super well. And so I pulled it out and I started again, and I didn't like it, and so I've pulled it back out. And so I basically did the clock outline and started her wing in the black coffee color. And then I'm going to go through my stash actually of Be Stitch Me flosses, and there were a lot of different blues that she had in her club, and so I'm gonna try and pick one from there and see if that will work with this. But the color that it called for was Frosted Sage, this one here, and it's not showing up on my fabric. When you get it 1/1, or you know, you do the loop start, it does not show up. So, and it also does not look like it's the whitish kind of color of the dress. So I think I'm going to change that color and yeah, and keep working. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop here. We have gone through a lot of WIPs already, and I'm not sure, it's been a while. There's 50 WIPs so far, 50 that we've gone through, and I still have 2 more bins. So this is going to be part 1. I hope I will see you in part 2 shortly. I will do that later tonight, and it might upload tomorrow. So I'm going to get this one edited and out to the universe, so you'll at least get one for 2022. All right, I hope to see you in the next one soon.